Okay, Aquarius, we are catching up with your energy today. I have been out for a spell, so I'm back, and we're going to see where the energies are at for you and see if we can't tap in and start this whole process up again here. We'll see what happens here. We start out with the Gaia deck. So the first card, Aquarius, in that deck for you is for the mother. Yeah, and the mother, she's abundant. She may even be pregnant, maybe dealing with children at this time. Mothering energy is what they said. So either we are a mother ourselves, or we are, embracing a motherly energy is the sense I'm getting. So if we're dealing with children, we're embracing our role there. In this way is what I get. The next card we get, again for Aquarius, is the Ace of Earth. And I'm getting stability is what I'm getting here. We want to ground ourselves, our children. There's I don't want to say a storm cloud, but there's a huge cloud of grounding and stability that wants to enter our lives here. We may have been in an energy where that stuff didn't matter, but we're now taking it quite seriously. And they're showing me like these horns on this dragon. And we're determined to seek stability within, a family unit or within a child-parent relationship. This may be. That's really what I get here, is we want to be stable with our child in the way that we deal with them. Yeah, we want to have this sprouts here. And they're saying we've sporadically done the right thing here and there. But the sense that I'm getting here is that this mother figure, and I am getting a feminine, they want to slow their life down. They want to be grounded and rooted, and this may be something that is foreign to them. So they're trying to do this with what's right there, which may be starting with the child, children that we have in our midst here. And I feel like this could be a single parent of some sort. This could also be a masculine as well, but I'm getting a feminine energy. Yeah, very stubborn about that. This time, this is our prime focus. Okay, the next interesting energy. The next Gaia card we have is 8 of Air. Now, the 8 of Air, not air, fire. The 8 of Fire is... It's really saying to me, fire to me is an element where we take action, we move things, everything's quick and fiery. But here I get a more graceful scene of that, because we're spreading our wings and we're able to make movement. Now, if you look at the past 2 cards, it's like we're spreading our wings and ready to engulf a child. Here is the sense I get in a good way. Embrace a child, be more action oriented in the child's life, do more with that child, period. Okay. So a lot of focus on children here. This is good. This is interesting because it's pure of heart and and the determination to make a solid, trusting relationship, I think, is with the child is what they're trying to do. And this may be a teenager or an adult child that we're trying to really be what we've not been before, which is a solid, man, I can't get my words out, which is a solid unit for that child. Maybe this child has had up to, so if we're talking about a teenager here, maybe this child's life with their parent was unstable. Now we're trying to stabilize that. Okay. So on top of the mother energy, we get into the feminine infinity deck, and the card there to clarify is the 5 of Air. Ooh. 5 of Air is about stomping over others to get what we want, in the sense that I'm getting is that we may have we may have left the child out of things because we were going after certain things in our life. Whereas now we have an opportunity to make that child a priority. It may not have been a priority in the past. We may have stumbled over inadvertently this child's care and want and need for attention. We may have just pushed that aside in order to attain things that we wanted in a selfish way. Yeah. Next card. On top of the Ace of Earth. They're showing me here career as well. It may have been in a career way we were just single-minded. We got, because the career pays for the money that supports the child, right? So there's a big loop here. But if we omit the child altogether, this is what I'm getting, that we're compensating for that now, meaning we're going to correct that error that we made in judgment here of prioritizing. Again, it's not an error in judgment because you're trying to make your money to support, but at the same time here, we put aside our child when they needed us most, and now we no longer are going to succumb to that. The Infinity Feminine card we get here is the Seven of Air. We may have been sneaking around trying to convince others it was the best to do, when in fact we may have actually been avoiding parenting altogether, is the sense that I get. We're trying to avoid it and make it look like it's our career and kind of hide in the career sector because we don't know how to deal with the child, is what I'm getting. Wow. Okay. So the Eight of Fire. Again, I get a graceful energy, and this can be past, present, future. This can also be opportunities and whatnot. On top of that energy, look at this Seven of Earth, 2 sevens again here. Seven of Earth is about accomplishment, being able to rest on our laurels because we've done all the work. We've done the work, we've gained the wreaths, we've, the whole process. We've planted seeds. We've done, The sneaky card's throwing me off here because it's always trying to get away with something we know we shouldn't. And I think it's avoidant. They said avoidance. It's avoiding dealing with a child or responsibilities in that way. Okay. On the masculine cards, as we go back to the Five of Air on top of the mother energy, I feel like this mother may have prioritized things in their life that set their family on the back burner, and they're realizing the error of their ways now, and they're trying to correct it. They may have actually tried to convince themselves they weren't doing that, weren't avoiding, when they were actually doing what they needed to do and had to do. That I feel is the Seven of Air. But we'll go further here. On top of the Five of Air, the masculine says the High Priest. Yeah. The High Priest is the wizard. He has the tools. He knows. He's learned the lessons. He is coming from that wisdom. Like, they're kind of making me feel like this is a couple. But interestingly enough, I feel like there is a single mother here. So go figure. Now, if we have a father figure that is no longer in the picture, having to do with this feminine energy, this may have been what we stomped on as well. This may have been what we were willing to bypass. Okay, give me a minute to suss this out. 454. Yeah, what they're telling me here is that we needed to get rid of this father figure. Now, just give me a moment to explain this. We needed to be without this father figure in order to gain our own strength and victory forward. We may have had someone in our life here that really pulled us down, and we separated quite strongly from that energy in order to gain our own sovereignty. But not only that, it was very taxing on us. This person was very... So in a sense, that is a separate energy. We still have the stomping over of the child and not in realization of this fully. But I'm also getting another energy stream where we have had to, the child's father may not be prominent or may not be an integral part of the family dynamic we have here with our child, okay? And because of that, we've gained our own strength and our own wisdom, and are now fully embracing that and fully focusing on the child, without that other partner. We can't, linger in being incomplete. We're going to be complete for that child. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So on the growth and the 7 of air, this sneakiness, again, putting our career first and not the child first, because that's what makes the money, that's what supports, and we may have treaded over that child more than we realize. We're starting to realize that now, and as we move forward, we're making it a priority to counterbalance what we've done there. And what do you know? I have a blank card. It's just black, and I do put them in to the decks because we can't let you know, because there may be something fated coming into your path here in order to, get you to gain a lesson, learn a lesson. Something fated is meant to happen as we go down this path here, having to do with supportive energy of the children, which is really good. And it's a black card because it's on the masculine side, and I just chose black and white to be highly diverse to depict that. But in no way does it necessarily mean that there's darkness coming. I feel it's the opposite. I feel we have, once we center ourselves and, put our priorities right, I think there's a lot of light that's going to come in here all at once, and it may be faded. And they're just not giving me an answer as to what that is. But again, we have Aquarius can be on either end of this. We have some bad Aquarians, and we have some real good Aquarians, and those they're going to meet their destiny here, having to do with how they've lived their life so far. For most of the ones striving for goodness, I feel like this is fate coming to call and to, put us in line with all of that good stuff. So the 8 of fire, which is the graceful propulsion, is what they said. The graceful propulsion, right? Like I'm seeing a guy in a spacesuit going, kind of shoots you forward. What we've done so far spiritually, we are now gliding off of. I'll leave it at that. So to clarify on top of that, we get the Queen of Water, and because of this, we come up with a great compassion, great understanding, great ability to communicate with others and problem solve, and just be an integral part of a family unit, maybe, or of society, period. We're gaining great compassion and warmth. We may have come from a place where we were, stomping over people to either, I feel like it wasn't to get so much what we wanted, even though that was part of it. It was more to go where I want to go. I'm not gaining material things or whatever, but I want to go in this direction, and being selfish in that way. We're overcoming that and coming out with some compassion of the past, knowing, okay, I made that mistake. I know why I made that mistake, and I know I'm not going to do it again, this kind of thing. So the Queen of Water is really that place you want to be, because she's liked by everybody, because she's bubbly and she's not lost her sense of, air signs can lose their sense of compassion and become very cold and bitter. But this is the opposite of that. It's gaining compassion and embracing all of the emotional turmoil and maybe dealing and healing from that, right? In the past, and it brings us to a place. And again, I feel like there's a fate here that's coming to call. Universally, they can't let me in on that in any way, shape, or form, because it is fated. If we can manipulate out of it, we would, but we wouldn't know. How do you say? Like at the Aquarius, they can be sneaky little devils if they want, even if they're on the good side. If they want to manipulate things, man, they're the quickest, fastest in the front of the line of that. Wicked. They're like, manipulation, I'll take a class in that. They'll go up there and they'll get in there and they'll say, okay, well, this is your fate. And they're going, oh, wow, that's a fate. But they'll try and mess with it. Whether it's good or bad, they'll try and mess with it. and they'll try and change it because they know they have the power to do that. But sometimes it's not for their highest good. And this is the situation. We can't let you in on anything, you little manipulators, because you're just going to change the whole game and you don't even know what you could weasel yourself out of. It could be the best thing in your life. So this is what they're giving me. Alrighty. Did I get? No, I didn't get a Power of Surrender card. I forgot to, interesting. I forgot to shuffle the surrender cards. Usually I should pre-shuffle. I'm off in La La Land, I guess. So I'll shuffle these real quick. They said we need a Power Surrender card. Give them something to think about, something to work on, or, highlight something that may need work that they're not looking at. And I'm feeling like that last part is specifically for Aquarius. We may need something highlighted here that we're not focusing on. There's a good charge here of kind of righting wrongs or righting misdeeds is what they corrected me. Righting misdeeds that we've had in our past of prioritizing things other than family in the wrong ways, the wrong, being selfish when it comes to work. We could have some workaholics here that really enjoy or are coming across their passion so much to a degree they're excluding everybody else. And when you have a child in the mix, they're wanting you to be aware of that. And I think that they are. The Aquarius definitely aware of that, and they're definitely feeling supercharged psychically to work on that, and they're in agreement of that. Alrighty. Oh wow. Power Surrender card, that's interesting, is surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Now, here's the deal. I feel like they kind of went from people pleasing to I'm going to be selfish. And now they're trying to balance, the universe, I think, is trying to help them balance who's worthy of our trust and who's not. And I feel like this, obviously family, right? They're worthy of that. They're worthy of that attention. So you go there. But be careful of overgiving, right? And children can suck us dry like that if we don't replenish ourselves. So keeping that balance, to be aware of that. I think that's what they mean when they're fine-tuning it, because this would be a whole contradiction, because I feel like the Aquarius is trying to be less selfish, and they're trying to focus on the first thing that's there, my child, and what that connection, strengthening a connection with a child to the degree that we have. There's nothing that can get in between that. There's very important at this time to do that, is what I feel from the Aquarian. Now, if you go at the end and you tag it like don't people please, I feel like some people may interpret it like don't please that child. I feel like that's of the highest priority. That's outside of this loop. I think the people pleasing is pleasing other people other than family. We got to prioritize our family and be solid and rooted in those that we truly care about and truly care about us, that are balanced in this way. And then outside of that, that's where don't people please so much, because people are going to think what they're going to think. Just speak from your truth and focus on the happiness within your circle. Don't try and make everyone so happy, or trying to make everyone else happy, right? Don't try outside of your own personal loop, which is this child, which I feel is priority, which is all good. It's all good. Man, okay, Aquarius. Hopefully that made sense. I didn't screw it up too much. I think it got through. There's a little bubble here where we got to focus highly on pleasing each other, and it's deeper than just making you happy. It's about truth, honor, dignity. I'm going to stand up for things, and I'm going to make damn sure that you're never disappointed by me. Right? This is what I'm getting. So that's good, especially with a child. You want to have that trust. If you don't have it, they're going to gain it. And outside of that, don't worry. Don't put your energy where it don't belong, is kind of the sense that I'm getting from the universe. And then we end up in that Queen of Water energy, and that's just good stuff. That's compassion. That's without being bitter. that's with being happy and being able to be bubbly and overflow to others, and especially the important ones like children. So man, Aquarius, that is your catch up energy. So this is good. It's good. So from here on in, these videos you'll catch on YouTube. If you look in my communities tab, you'll get links to the videos that I post on Rumble. I'll be posting the love, sex, and romance. I might be able to squeeze some work and also spirituality readings. They'll all be going in there. So I'll post a little commercial letting you know that they're in there. And feel free to join in. Everything's free, man. Don't freeload off me and just don't subscribe or like, right? That's part of boundary making. Don't abuse. Don't just take and not give a like or not subscribe. It's free. What does it take? It's just an energetic attentiveness that helps me out. Because really the reason I didn't put any effort this summer was because I wasn't getting a lot back energetically. I was getting drained. And then I put priorities in a different place. So I said, you know what? I'm going to let them know. I'm going to let them know that don't freeload. Don't just take this and run. Give a little energy back. And you'd be amazed where the energy might end up. And not only that, the more energy will come here for more insight into your own situations. So, and I mean, it's all universal energy. It's all there to help advance you forward. So take care, guys. Surrender the habit of people pleasing, except when it comes to your personal family members. And you will gain progress forward. Take care, have fun and be kind, and we'll catch you later for more readings over on Rumble.